Hello everyone, welcome back. I am the Red. So, we're gonna do things a little different today. I recently had to help my brother move to Atlanta, so I took the Fire Red cartridge since I would have a fair amount of downtime because we had to drive all the way down. We ended up stopping in South Carolina, so I had downtime there. Woke up in the morning pretty early because couldn't sleep. Hotel beds suck most of the time, unless you're ritzy crazy and you're staying at like a 5-star whatchamahoosit, which if you can do that, by all means you will sleep well. So woke up early, got in some time then of course we hoofed it to Atlanta. Got there, and of course proceeded to move a bunch of stuff. Once we got done with that, my brother had to go out and get some things, pick up some stuff for his apartment, so I had another good 2 to 3 hours of downtime. So once again, did more training, did more level grinding. Unfortunately, I caught some Pokemon off screen. You can forgive me for that, I hope so. But we're going to go through all that here in a minute. We have our one and only Flera in the party right now. As you can see, she's very close. I saved this evolution for you guys to see. Hey, wait a minute, get back here. I don't care about playing with your Pokemon. So we got there, we unloaded all of his stuff. It was very beautiful, weather was great, cool seeing Atlanta for the first time. It's a very large city. I know that sounds kind of silly, but when, you know, you go to places, you've been kind of all over the United States, and you see places you think you've seen them all, and Atlanta's crazy huge. So we proceeded to unload all of his stuff, get that done, and I got to hang out and do all this stuff. Of course, had to go to the airport, and with the situation going on around the world, it took a while to get into the airport. There weren't too many people there. We made the mistake of going to the international side, which was a little weird because there was absolutely no one there. Ghost town, just taxis waiting for people to come through that weren't coming through. It's the oddest, most eerie thing I've seen in a long time. So we finally made it to the domestic side of the Atlanta airport. Got in, of course, went through all the stuff, the checks, all the happy stuff that comes along with the air travel. Of course, I had to sit again, so once again, more grinding. So, I wanted to save at least Flera for you guys. I figured for those of you who've seen most of these episodes, hopefully watched all of them to get to this point. If you hopped in late, that's fine. I didn't hit my stride, I think, with the creativeness until probably episode 4, 5-ish. But yeah, there's that coveted level 36. Pretty amazing stats. I can't wait to see what they change to. But yeah. So I got some work done, had some time to get this done. And unfortunately, I couldn't get what I needed to do done in the tiny little places. So I went ahead and got us all the way down here to Fuchsia. I was too impatient. You didn't have a chance. Finally. It took 17 episodes, but we are finally here. Beautiful. Wing attack? Yeah. I mean, it's gonna get replaced with fly, but we don't need growl anymore. Alright. So, we'll look at her stats here in a second. First, So yeah, we made it to Fuchsia City. We're gonna go over what all has happened, and something I came up with that seems fun. It goes against my initial rule set of only one whiteout or blackout, but when you see this box, you will understand. We got a lot of peeps in here, and I believe, as much as you guys love seeing the evolves in the goodness of things, you want to see some things die. And the best way to do that is a B squad basically shoot out against the bicycle path. And I will also do a essentially a set team for the fighting dojo. If you can, I have a poll up on my Instagram story and on, I think it's on the Facebook page, I'll have to check. But if you can, take a look there. I'll throw it up once or twice on the story because it only lasts 24 hours. But over that time frame, whatever we get, we'll choose the Hitmonchan or Hitmonlee, and maybe I'll pick somebody and make a little anagram name from who picked it, and we'll do that. But of course, we have our lovely, bashful Charizard here. I gotta go because we haven't gone through all this stuff. So bashful, as a reminder, is special attack increase, decrease, so we're fine. Yeah, we went from, I think, 75 to 96. That's pretty intense. So, good stat jump for Flera. That's good. So, we of course have Clefable. Cage has become a lovely Gengar. Guile is a lovely Electrode. And you'll see an interesting person here. I had to go all the way to Pallet Town to fish for a Poliwhirl, or a Poliwag, excuse me, to get a Poliwhirl. And I found out you can trade a Poliwhirl to get a Jinx. Since I can't really get a Psychic since I ruled out Abra, I couldn't catch a Drowsy, so that pretty much leaves no Psychic left on the table. I thought it'd be cool to do Jinx, because I've never had a Jinx, ever. We have our lovely Punchy Rock. What am I doing? I should just do it this way. So, the Relaxed Serena. Increased defense. Decreased speed, which is fine. Ability is the Cute Charm. Infatuate on contact, which is fine. Stats are kind of basic in the middle, but once again, she's only level 21. Room to grow. Cage is Jolly, which really sucks because it increases speed but decreases your special attack. But still pretty high nonetheless, 69, that's pretty good. Of course, standard ability is Levitate, which negates the ground affecting his poison, which I am totally okay with. Of course, we have our lovely fighting American. Not to be confused with the Lightning American. He is mild, which that means his special attack is upped, but his defense is downed. Which, once again, pretty decent. His defense actually isn't too terrible, 42. He's better than Cage, but yet again, he is level 31. And of course, Static for Paralyze on Contact. And then we have Zinc. I can't change her name, so that's what it's going to be. She, of course, comes in as a whopping 90 in special. Special defense is not the best. Defense, completely paper thin. Oblivious is the only thing it has. And mild increases special attack, but also decreases defense. So we're doubling down on our basically glass cannon, if you will, with our Ice Psychic type in Zinc, which I'm super excited, and I believe puts good strength into the team, but also gives us kind of that risk of if it doesn't do it, we can lose it. So I like that. And we got Punchy Rock, of course. The sturdy that negates one-hit KOs, we all know that. But that defense and that HP are monstrous. The only thing even better than that is her attack. Of course, being lax, we have an increase in our defense and a decrease in our special defense, which 54 isn't terrible. But if we get hit with anything water or grass or even ground that's special attack, we're pretty screwed. But hopefully that'll never happen. Polly has finally made it to Vegas and gotten where he needs to be. He's no longer picking up things. He's now fully limber, no longer can be paralyzed. Very basic stats, of course, because a 28 normal type. He's, of course, naive, which increases speed, lower special defense, which is fine. Polly, unfortunately, won't be with us for very much longer, because I won't need Cut for very much longer. Skits, I didn't have a chance to get to Skits. It's a pretty high level cap for Dodrio, or Dotrio, whatever. Of course, Careful Nature, increased special defense, decreased special attack, which is not known for its special attack. That defense is pretty bad, but it is a fairly... I'll say fairly. It's a crazy attacker. Like, it's all-out attack. Early Bird, meh. I could give or take. Probably never gonna use Skits, but always there. Of course, our Sid, level 36 for this bird is definitely hard to get. I wanted to focus on the other ones, the main crew stat, because we are getting ready to face essentially 2 gyms in a row and the fighting gym. And I say fighting gym. Of course, our hardy nature makes us attack negate, so he just kind of sits. It doesn't really have anything. I gotta get him to get wing attack, and then he can kind of be used more effectively. But generic bird Pokemon for Gen. I mean, we love Sid. Of course, one of our main champs, who unfortunately is going to go to the bench because there's other players that need to come, but has definitely served his place, made his mark in this Nuzlocke, is Marley. Crappy ability, sucks, but clutch guy. He's always careful, which is the special defense increase, special attack decrease, but still crushed it. Loves me some Marley. We picked up Torrent. That was our Route 13's fish. Gentle in nature, so that means we are... oh, where is it? Special defense increase, defense decrease. Which... I don't know how awesome that's gonna be, because it's not really a special defensive Pokemon. So I guess that kind of, I mean, it kind of negates what it's supposed to have. Probably just gonna get a Seadra just so that I don't have to worry about it and possibly catch something else. But Carl, our lovely 15 Shelder, became the lovely Cloister it is. Of course, it has shell armor, which blocks critical hits. Kind of torn. If I hadn't gone with the Jinx route, I would have definitely leveled up Carl to use him. He is timid in nature, which means... Gotta keep scrolling. His speed is up and his attack is down, which kind of doesn't really do much. I mean... it's not really known. I think it's more of a special attacker, if I'm not mistaken. Of course, its defense is its best stat. It's kind of the opposite with like how Tentacruel gets huge special defense and not so much defense. But Cloister's one of my favorite Pokemon. But unfortunately, unless something happens, probably not going to see him We picked up a Venonat, proudly named Tonic. Another careful Pokemon, increases special defense, decreases attack, or special attack. So, it's odd because now, it's not bad stats for a level 31 Poison Bug Pokemon. I didn't mean to move on to Oates, but of course, Oates is now multiple, plural, if you will. No offense, your stats are very mediocre, Oates. I still love you. Sandvale doesn't really help us out. You are the gentle giant that helped us through until Punchy came along. If you don't know what gentle does, it's special defense increase, defense decrease, which Diglett and Dugtrio don't really have defense, so you're kind of making it more of a paper bag that needs to get crushed. Our lovely driver who's sat in the box for forever. We will always remember you. Maybe we'll pull you out for something later. Your stats suck. Of course, Rash. That means that it does... Where's my Rash? Increase special, decrease special defense. Which kind of evens it out because there's stuff that you can give it that's both. But once again... Beedrill's just attack. Like, there's no need to do anything other than attack with a Beedrill. Carmilla, of course. Our Queen of Darkness. Our Queen of the Damned. Queen of the Night. I don't know what other stuff I can throw in there that's not going to be silly or cliche. Of course, with Inner Focus, prevents her from flinching. With another careful one, which I'm not going to repeat it again because I've said it a million times. We're probably not going to see Carmilla. I think once I hit Sevi Islands, I can get a Golbat. So that's probably when she'll come back out, if I make it that far. But with, once again, Flare having flying now, I have no purpose for it. Yifu, the messed up Yuffie, because we are super angry that we did not get a Drowsy. Took the time to make that happen. Of course, Keen Eye. Modest in nature, which is very different for the Yuffie that it is, but that's why it's a Yifu. Special attack increase, attack decrease, which doesn't make sense for Furo, because Furo is definitely all attack. Moves aren't that special. Lovely Archer. We got to our Arbok. Shed Skin, which apparently I am prone to get in this Fire Red. Intimidate Ekans just don't exist, apparently, except for the one that we found. Of course, we know that he's Impish, which is the defense decrease and the special attack, or the defense increase, decrease special attack, which not really a special attacker, so it don't really matter. Chiding are traded for other Spearow because we route locked ourselves. It don't really have a purpose, but like I said, I might throw it in for something silly. Of course, Adamant, attack up, special attack down. So, could have pretty good stats, will double its XP because it is a traded. So, I don't know. I'll think of something to do with Chiding. Of course, Riker, hanging out. I think it's really one of the few water Pokemon that I do have. Calm in nature, which gives us the increased special defense and lower attack, which is terrible because Gyarados is all attack. But for level 22, those are okay stats. I might put in a little work just to see how rounded out I can get Riker stats. But Commander will have to hang out and do what it is. Our lovely Karen, speaker of to the managers. Of course, Guts is always with Raticates and stuff. She's unfortunately lonely, which means her attack is increased, which is perfect, and her defense is decreased, but you're not really using Eradicate for its defense. So to make sure we did not use our Eevee at all, we changed for Otto. And Otto was given a Firestone so that the only chance case is Flera is wiped. Knock on wood. I don't want to predict that. If it happens, I'm gonna throw my controller. I'll be so mad. Of course, Flash Fire powers up if it's hit by fire, but he will stay in the box permanently. Of course, another careful Pokemon. Maybe it's saying that I'm too careful, and it wants to be more brash. But amazing attack stat. Fire Fang would be great, but I don't even know if that's a move in this 3rd gen at this point. So, Fire Punch, I guess, but I don't know if Flareon can learn it. So, and then this guy. But yeah, definitely had a lot of time, put in a lot of work. This is kind of what our mainstay team is going to be looking like. Of course, we're probably going to have to take Polly out when the time comes. I'm still on the fence of... I really like Gengar. Gengar's an amazing Pokemon. But I'm thinking we're probably going to go Serena, Guile, Zinx, Punchy, and then somebody else to fill out what we got. I'll probably end up either doing Torrent, or it really depends on what we catch in the Safari Zone, because that's going to be coming up too. So, got a lot of stuff to do here shortly. I'm going to do it by zones, and it's going to be 1 fish, 1 area encounter, that's it. If for some reason they have it so the zones aren't separated, I'll have a map up on my other screen, because the Safari Zone literally is a gamble, so that's just, it's going to be that. I do thank you for all your support you've given me thus far at this point. I mean, we're at episode 17. I didn't think I'd get this far, to be honest. Thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot to me. I'll see you next time.